we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Time to BS Podcast. This is a new thing that you are not familiar with, Mike. But so one of the things I wanted to do, as you know, you have learned since the inception of this program, is that I want to make this a comfort zone kind of show. And you've learned from BS Sessions over the years. You've learned from this podcast, you know, the main show over the years. We try to do that. We try to do as much as we can. So I created this little thing called Bonus BS.
Nice.
Which essentially is, you know, a short 10, 15-minute show about we go into all of this cold. And we come up with a topic. And we try to debate on said topic for, 15, 20 minutes or so. So, you ready?
Let's go.
All right. So, I would like to know, how do you change your habits for a better version of you?
Ooh. Sounds like a question that Wong Lam would, the host of the Defining Moments podcast. Sounds something that he would ask.
I've learned from him, sort of.
He's a good dude. I love that guy.
He's an inspiration. He really is.
Yes, he is. No, for real, he is. He's a good dude. For real, guys, check him out. Wong Lam, the host of the Defining Moments podcast. You will not be disappointed. But anyway, so no, I think in changing your habits, I think to get a better version of yourself, I think you're going to have to set number one, you got to set boundaries. I think you've got to set boundaries to an extent. Like, say, for example, with me, it was always social media. And so I may not always post, but, not saying I'm not on there. But I think it's setting boundaries to allowing yourself to limit what you're doing. And whether that means, or prioritizing is what I'm looking at. And am I perfect at it? Not really. But I think in order to go where you need to go, or will go where you want to go, I think you're going to have to eliminate some of the habits you're currently doing, seeing what you're doing wrong or what they are, and what the end all result is to better yourself. Because if you don't, I think what's the right word? I don't think if you don't take charge of your habits take charge of you, to the point that I think you're going to lose the best of what you got out there. And every day be a better person. Set goals and mark off the ones you did today, and put the ones you didn't on top, and write new ones on the bottom, and keep it doing. So consistency, making changing habits, but prioritizing what is important, I think, in order to be a better version of yourself.
See, I will disagree one thing about the whole or else kind of thing, because there's not really an or else kind of thing. It's either you change or you don't. And we especially in today's world and today's society is big in the whole, I have to be someone. I gotta be someone or else I'm a failure. Otherwise, I'm an abject failure. I'm a piece of garbage. I'm a pebble on the side of the street. I'm nothing. And that's just straight up not true.
Right.
Because, you mentioned social media before, and social media has consistently not blinded us, but kind of prevented us from, exceeding our potential in that regard, which is we are blinded by, say Sandra over there is, in Italy on her 4th trip to Italy in the last 2 months. And you're sitting there going to Starbucks every day, and you're wondering, I could be doing that. But that's also called jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what we can also learn is acknowledge when you've messed up. And I can use, both of us, perfect examples of this. You and I have both made mistakes in our lives that we can talk to each other back and forth and go, hey, I really think I messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. We've gone back and freaking forth on that discussion for quite some time. But the fact of this little thing called reality is, unless you like legitimately cause harm to someone, or you do something criminal, your life is still going. That's the thing. I mean, I also think it's easy to acknowledge mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to learn from them so they don't happen again. We've known people over the years, your side and my side, that have made many mistakes, and they continuously make the same mistakes over and over again. And we wonder, hey, what are you doing? I knew someone, this was years ago, who was in constant relationships with really crappy women. And they would tell me, it's like, oh, no, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, blah, blah, blah. And one of their friends told him, was like, you need to stop putting this person on a pedestal and put you on a pedestal as well. Replace them on the pedestal with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from that point, this person has done better for himself. He's got a great job. He's working out of the gym. He's got a career. He's taking time for himself and putting himself on the pedestal. And he acknowledged that, hey, I made mistakes with relationships, that I've learned to not do that again. And that's fine.
Right.
But I also agree with you, the whole, like, write down what you struggle with and you take it one step at a time. Because that's going to help big time. Like, develop a checklist.
Mm-hmm.
Develop a little checklist, and like a daily checklist of, I brushed my teeth today. Check. It gives you a little dopamine hit in your brain.
Exactly.
Gives you a little hit of dopamine in your head, and we love dopamine around here. We really do. This country is addicted to dopamine. Don't believe me? Instagram. But it's just,
no, exactly right.
Jesus. But it's crazy because we're such an instant gratification world, where we will look to find instant satisfaction or instant gratification when we don't even like ourselves.
Well, exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I mean, because you look at it, and we live in a society that we don't love ourselves, but we got to make somebody else love ourselves, even though we don't love ourselves. So I may go out here and go mow this yard next door because the house is for lease, which it actually is. But and be like, oh, well, look, so and so I mowed this, or I did this, and I did this. So
it's a competition.
Yeah. So I'm not really happy with myself, but I need someone to tell me, oh, pat on the back, and and then we start looking like, oh, well, they patted myself on the back, so now I'm going to post it on social media. But again, I'm faking who I am on social media. I'm miserable. I got depression. I got suicidal thoughts. I got this. I got that.
It's the truest statement in the world, right there. Self-sabotage.
Yeah, I mean, you're being somebody that you're not portraying to be, and so it's just. I think society is just a race that we just all are trying to better ourselves, and instead of not really better ourselves, we're trying to one up on somebody, and instead of trying to be everybody's support system, we're trying to be don't we're not in competition. Well, let's support one another and root everybody on, because
that's the thing, though. Right. Because, like, that's the thing, though. Like, what are we in competition with? Who are you in competition with?
Exactly.
Yourself or some random person on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, like it's ridiculous that you have to be in this competition with some keyboard warrior on Twitter.
Yep.
That you probably don't agree with on anything, but you got to prove them wrong.
Wait, you got to get the last tweet out. Oh, I want to show. Let's see here. Who's the perfect? Let me just pull up the.
He called my mama fat. I'll call his mama fat.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, really, dude? It's like like most of these people that are doing this are in their 20s.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like high school was what, 10 years ago? Jesus.
For you probably so.
Yeah, it'll be 10 years. It'll be 10 years next year. Jesus.
It'd be 20 for me. So
I got a high school reunion to go to. Good Lord. I'm actually pumped for my high school reunion. I'm not going to lie. If we do have a 10-year reunion, I'm not going to lie. I would do it. I would absolutely go. Because, I just hope it's not like in April. Because, oh, I didn't tell you this. I didn't tell you this yet. We're going to Greece.
Very nice.
We're going to Greece for a honeymoon. Yeah, I'm pumped for that.
That's what's up.
Oh, I'm pumped for that, dude. And that's the other thing. Like, if let's talk relationships for a second, because you're married, you have 3 kids and stuff, and stuff like that. You're in a happy marriage and everything. And I can look at a few people that I've known over the years, and it seems like they're kind of forced to be in that relationship.
Yep.
And I'm not going to name names. I don't want to. But it kind of seems like they're forced to be in that relationship for their own game, if that makes sense. Which is, if you're doing it because you have to be in a relationship, that is the wrong bleeping reason to do it. Like, if you... Like, jeez, I could... Good Lord, go down rabbit holes of... of the people that I've been with and that you have known me to be with in the past. And I could tell you, I was not a happy person with myself or with those people. Megan, I have told you numerous times how happy she makes me. For God's sake, she's got a ring on her finger. So
exactly right.
And I could tell you that if I didn't have 100% confidence in the relationship, there would not be a ring on that woman's finger. I could tell you. And, she knows that, and I've told her. And I can proudly say that, you as well. I mean, Alita, Jesus, she is a gem for you. And I could, every time you talk about her, I could kind of feel the twinkle in your eyes and stuff like that, because how happy she makes me. And it's great. Seriously, it's great. And, I can't wait for my wedding day, obviously. And it'll be at the time, it'll be the happiest moment of my life. And you don't have to get into a relationship just because you have to.
No.
Love is like treasure. It pops up when you least expect it. And don't ever sell your soul. Men, women, don't sell your soul for any piece of anything. Anything. Patrice O'Neal said it best. Don't sell your soul for a piece. That's it. And
right.
And change your habits to be a better version of you, because if you're not happy with yourself, you're going to be a miserable SOB with that other person.
Yep.
Miserable. So it's work on you. Geez, you're a toolbox. Go work on that toolbox. You know what I mean? Or go work on that project car. Project car is a better example. Project car is a much better example of that, because you're a project car. Everyone's a project car. Sometimes things break. Sometimes you fix them. This is what it is. What are you gonna do? Got anything, Mike?
Well, I mean, going on relationship thing, it's one of those things. I see it quite a bit, friendship wide with other people that I won't name, out of respect to them, but they go through or going through right now or whatever relationships that they're married to their spouse or whatever the case might be, and but yet at the same time, you know, he don't make me happy, she don't make me happy, this or that or something else, and you see it over time, and like, to me, I'm thinking to myself, like for me, for example, I'm a guy. Here you go, ladies, if you're out there listening, you might ruffle some feathers here, but I'm not trying to. I'm a guy that I'm perfectly. If I was to get married, great. If I wasn't, great. That's just me. Now, I'm friends with people, whether it's Twitter, or Facebook, or I think that's all I got. So, or TikTok. Well, no, I don't really message people on TikTok. It would have to be Twitter or Facebook. But anyway, so whatever. And so, but they post like how I'm so in love with he or she or whoever it is. But then behind closed doors, he or she makes me miserable. He or she this, he or she that. I'm thinking to
Yup.
myself, this doesn't make it. This doesn't
This
make
doesn't
any
make a 10-piece McBleeping sense.
like time out. We're cooking some raw chicken here, and we ain't grilling nothing. But
Jesus.
but anyway, so no, I mean to add this and to hopefully make sense is if you're not truly happy in a relationship with who you're with, get out of it. Don't just because I need, I don't like when I hear when people say this is, well, I just need somebody with me. I feel lonely. Well, then
Well, then you're probably a miserable piece of crap. Jesus. Oh.
So
God, it brings up my whole point. Like, if you're going to a relationship just because I have to be in a relationship, otherwise I'm nothing, like, then you're probably a miserable piece of crap. Like, just be real.
No, I mean, no, exactly. I mean, just don't be in something that you truly aren't 100% in on, and let somebody else love on that person, because if you're not, then both people are miserable because one's being dragged along while the other one's trying to figure out whether he or she's playing house.
It's a roller coaster of stupid. which goes back to the whole changing habits thing, because you can learn to change your habits and just learn to be a better person through better habits. And you and I have gone through the Dave Ramsey method.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have gone through that, and you and I have gone through that cesspool of a journey, multiple times over, and we always wonder to ourselves, hey, why is it that this keeps happening? Probably because your habits don't freaking change,
right?
And
no, absolutely.
I have a quote that I think you would love. If you want to see change, then you must change.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing changes, then nothing changes. You're not going to see change if you yourself don't change.
Well, no.
Not at all. And like, go back and how would I word this? How would I word this carefully so I don't piss people off? I mean, we're going to piss people off anyway because of whatever, but it's whatever. Change also isn't going to happen overnight.
Mm-mm.
It's not. It's not going to happen overnight. If you want to see dramatic change, you better change like a psychopath. But write a checklist down, a simple checklist of what you want to change about you. Hey, I want to go to the gym. Hey, I want to go be a better podcaster. Hey, I want to go be better with money. I want to be better cooking or eating better. I want to be better to my cat or to my wife or my husband or whatever.
Right.
I want to be a better person. And it's not hard to be a good person, but it's also easier to be a piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that too many times to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It is easier to be a piece of garbage than it is to be a good person. Don't believe me? Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the entirety of Twitter. Good Lord.
Yes.
Change your habits, be a better person. You know what I mean? That's just easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know what I mean?
I'm down for that.
Not hard. With that being said, 20 minutes is down. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into Bonus BS. Mike, Air Raid Attack Podcast from the pan of Oklahoma, Tornado Alley. Beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. Beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. My name is Dan Cruz. I'm coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. We'll see you in this life, and most certainly in the next one. Cheers, guys.